Welcome back to another conversation. In this special talk, we're with Amari, who's my co-founder at Greater Change. He started a mental health platform that is helping Gen Z with accessible and affordable therapy. I'm super honored to be part of this company, as well as building towards a mission that is greater than myself, and hopefully will impact humanity. I'm excited to just introduce the conversation because we talk about a wide range of topics from mental health to neuroscience and where the company is. So enjoy the video and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
My name is Amari. I am the founder and CEO of Greater Change. A little bit about me and then what started the company is I started the company actually in undergrad. So I was in college, towards the end of college is when I started originally. Went to Amari, so it was a big medical-ish university. So I was originally going to go to med school for surgery, neuroscience. That did not happen. I got very depressed. And I went to my school, and their CAPS department, their counseling center, was very bad. They realized that as well. They fired their counseling director after I left. But but counseling service is really bad. Couldn't get a therapy session for at least a month when you schedule. And even then, after that, you had to wait even longer between sessions. It was really, really, really bad while I was going to school. And going to therapy outside of that costs like $200, $300 a session in the South. All right, You go to New York, go to California, it's paying $300-$400.
Yeah, you're getting taxed.
Yeah, it's going a little crazy. But I started my own thing. First I switched my major to psychology. And then I started Greater Change. The goal was really to make sure that young adults always have access to mental health care. Regardless of what time it is, regardless of how much they make, having something where the bar is easy to get over.
Got it. So you yourself are a licensed therapist.
Yeah, I can practice. I can see sessions. It's super cool.
That's awesome as a founder of a mental health company to be in the trenches yourself, going through what your own people are going through. What have you uncovered in your sessions? And I know that most of our patients are Gen Z, is that correct?
Yeah.
So
staggering.
I guess you have a bit of a perspective on mental health for the collective of Gen Z. So talk to us about what you think that looks like and what people are going through.
There's Chris. But people, I'll be honest, a lot of our sessions or a lot of our clients come in for relationships. Relationships, and then as well just general economic, I can't pay rent, I'm stressed out, I'm working 24/7. The side hustle, working all the time, it gets to you, I think. That's definitely what most of our clients come in.
Late stage capitalism.
That one. Yeah, very much. But again, I think relationships is definitely what sparks it, whether it be you're getting into a new relationship and the partner is saying, hey, go to therapy. That usually gets people in, gets the men in. I'll be honest, that's usually what gets the guys in. And then more generally, a breakup gets anybody in. That's how we get most of our clients. And what keeps them coming around is usually the economy right now is usually what keeps them going. So
that makes sense. In terms of Gen Z, do you feel like we're struggling with different mental health issues than other generations previous to us?
I think no, but I do think that it shows up very differently. Right? I think that specifically with anxiety and depression, now it'll show up as us not going to work. We'll get, lazy, whatever that may look like. But for our parents' generation, our grandparents' generation, it was a lot of internalized, maybe anger, maybe burnout, because they were the generation to get the fuck up and go to work, respectfully. They were always going regardless of what happened. But they got home and they took it out on their partner. Or they might yell, they might be a person that you don't even want to talk to at work. It shows up differently. Does that make sense? Same thing, but just different.
It does make sense, but I want to talk about the variable of technology.
Okay.
So we grew up with technology emerging and now being where it is. So how do you think technology has played impact in mental health?
Yeah.
Especially for Gen Z.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll go with the lowest hanging fruit first, the social media piece. Generally, social media, we're always just comparing ourselves to other people. It was a thing in the past, but now we can always do it. When we're sitting at home, don't have anything to do, we take out our phone, scroll Instagram, look at other people's lives, it makes us feel like we're not doing anything, or it can, and I guess the other thing that I wanted to go into was the access to the access to information. We have so much information on the news at our fingertips.
Like, overstimulated.
We are not supposed to know what's going on in every other part of the world, in every other country. Like, all the bad stuff adds up and it makes us feel like there is no escape. There is nothing that we can do. The world's screwed. You know, like, just having that access to information kind of screws us a little bit in the head sometimes. Our parents didn't necessarily have to deal with that all the time. Now they get the AI scams and things like that. But
so do you recommend maybe like a digital detox or just limiting yourself to like information?
I know that it sounds ignorant to say stay off of the news when you don't have to, because it is important to stay educated and expand your worldview, but the saying that ignorance is bliss is a thing for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
If you're not worried about what's going on in fucking South America, then, like, you might be a little bit happier. I'll be honest, you know? Information is good, and it's a really good thing to expand your worldview, but you do not need to know all the bad stuff that's going on all the time, because it's going to make you look at the world like it's a bad place, and that's going to affect your day-to-day when it doesn't necessarily have to. Yeah.
What interested you in neuroscience?
What interested me in neuroscience, I guess it was the yellow brick road of things to do. So, I mean, if you want to be successful growing up, doctor, lawyer was the way to go. I didn't really.
You wanted to be a neurosurgeon.
Exactly, yeah. So doctor, lawyer was the thing. Then I was like, okay, I like the brain. That sounds cool. So I started to learn about it. I was like, okay, I do like this. This is fun. So, doctor, neuroscience, surgeons make the most money. And then from there, I really just learned about behavior, which is why I stuck with psychology. I didn't really, like, neuroscience and psychology are pretty adjacent, so I didn't stray too far. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to brain development for, you know, someone in their 20s, they say that your prefrontal cortex isn't developed till age 25. And me being 26 now, I honestly,
you feel it.
100%
Neurons
feel it.
are firing.
It's like an iced, like it just ices over, and you're like, oh wow, the whole world is different now.
Yeah.
And I just want to understand that perspective from a psychologist as well as someone who studied the brain. Like, is that fact? Is it?
Textbooks change every like year and a half, it seems, but for the most part, yeah, it's true. I mean, it's really more like your brain develops really fast until a certain point, like it doesn't stop developing.
Like plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's plastic.
At 25, but it's harder to change after 25, if that makes sense. So like you said, it's less plastic.
To give you an idea of how I tried to biohack my brain, when I was in my early 20s, I knew my brain was more plastic. So I just stuffed it with as much information as possible. Is that like a good strategy?
I don't see why it wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it would be, because as you get older, I guess it gets harder. I say like it gets harder to learn, but it gets harder to train yourself to learn. I think that's really what it is. And
because your neural pathways are a little bit more formed.
Yeah, exactly. It's harder to get those newer connections going, but that makes sense.
Got it.
It does make sense.
Okay, let's talk about Greater Change a little bit more.
Yeah, I forgot about that
one. So Greater Change, where are we in the company, in the stage, and what kind of traction have we seen? And
yeah. So we're kind of cool. We do a little bit. Yeah. So we I guess I'll give a little bit of a story and how the traction went. So we started direct to consumer, a little along the lines of a smaller mental health-ish kind of a practice. We charged per session at first. That didn't work as well as I had liked it to, so we switched over to a subscription model. That started to take off. I was just posting so much on...
Yeah, I remember you were posting 5 times a day on organic.
5 times a day, just going, just head down. I need this to work. And here we are, but yeah, a lot of posting on Instagram, TikTok, just constantly, so I guess 10 times a day in total. And from there, once we got a big enough subscriber basis, we were able to start targeting those enterprise institutions, those colleges, universities, and then as well employers.
Enterprises.
Yeah, exactly. So on the direct-to-consumer end, we're well over 200 total subscribers, like historically, and then For institutions, we have like seven or so enterprises.
And counting.
And counting. That's why it's hard to keep count.
We're growing.
Every week we're doing
and
some
we
more
just
cool
closed
stuff.
the funding round.
And we just closed the funding round. And time is crazy right now, but we're doing quite a bit. Quite a bit.
And what's your vision for the company? Where do you see us going in the next 5, 10?
In the next 5 years, we can definitely clear being the number one mental health platform specifically for young adults, that college-age, entry-level worker.
Is this global? Is this U.S.?
This is definitely global. Is a long term. Right now, we're closing in on the
U.S. server.
Exactly. The U.S. server, for sure.
Okay, awesome. And how do you feel we can do that, actually? What's the strategy?
So the affordability is one piece. I mentioned earlier it costs $200-$300 for a session. Lowering that price is fine. But then as well, making mental health access truly 24/7, 365. The competitors, Talkspace, BetterHelp, whatever, you still have to wait for a session throughout the day, which is, I guess that's regular, but disrupting that by saying, hey, you can talk to a therapist at 3 a.m. if you'd like to, by using Greater Change, by going through us, adding that layer of genuine, complete, and utter accessibility is really what's going to push us across the U.S., but then as well overseas.
And what do you think about AI and its impact on mental health and how it can support or
I like this question. I think that it is unfortunate that a lot of people have gotten to a point where they have developed a dependency on AI for that external support because they might not have that support system. But that's not I don't think that's a technology problem. I think it's just a people problem. There's a lack of third spaces. You can't really, but you can go up and talk to people at a cafe or a bar, but it's weirdly harder. I feel like if you were to be working at a cafe,
there's less friction.
Exactly. Exactly. Because of that, a lot of people lean on AI, which I guess comes in on the other end. It's a positive thing in some cases because it does provide those people support. People talk to ChatGPT like it's their friend, and it immediately, I guess your knee-jerk reaction might be to say why are you doing that? But if it's genuinely helping someone, I don't have a problem with it. And I think it's a good thing if you're getting the help that you need. It might not be the healthiest because ChatGPT wasn't made for that, but I'm glad there is help when it is needed.
Got it. And we are developing some solutions.
We're doing some cool stuff
with AI that will be released soon. So stay tuned, guys, on that. But in terms of where you see us on the global stage, 10 years. Let's go. We did 5 years. Let's do 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And take into consideration all the compounding effects of technology and where we'll be. And just zoom out. I want to see how far you can go. Yeah.
So the most pressing thing on my mind, I mentioned the 24/7, 365 mental health piece. I wanted to make sure make that as on demand as possible. So being able to hop on our platform and getting a therapist right then within seconds. That's the goal. I don't think it has been done before ever. I think the closest thing is crisis lines, which is not the same thing. It'd be easier to show you the vision, but being able to talk to a virtual therapist literally anytime and have it actually be a real person. I know that people definitely do still crave that human connection as much as we have been developing with AI. That human connection is a piece that I don't think is going to go anywhere as of right now. And then in terms of actually, I think that's really the tangible goal right now. Yeah.
What's one big advice you'd give to entire Gen Z?
Man, just keep going. I guess past you looks out for future you. So just pick your thing, whatever that may be for you. If it's school, if it's not, if it's I don't know. Just pick a thing, a passion, or even a passion that you're half-assed about, and just kind of go for it and continue and work at it. I don't want to ramble, but that's where my head's at.
All right. Is there anything you want to say to the camera before we close off?
Shoot, bye, I guess. I don't know.
If you need therapy, let us know.